Today I am going to show you some tips on how to judge left or right, especially for wrist spin, finger spin, in swing and out swing. If it is a slow or a fast or a medium bowler, one can easily judge because the placement or the delivery of the ball and the pitching will clearly be visible. But for spin and swing type of deliveries, generally the ball tries to take a reverse momentum. It will, we think that it will go in the left direction, but it will suddenly take a right turn. So if you are good at spin and swing, my suggestion for you is use any bat which has spin and swing as high, so that it would be easy for you to play those balls. Also, if you are weak at spin and swing, my suggestion is you again use a bat which has high spin and swing, because already you are lagging that spin and swing batting caliber. So it's better if you use a good bat with spin and swing capabilities. Furthermore, the opponent always tries to give such bowler for which your bat does not react properly. For example, if you check the Viper bat here, slow, medium and fast are not handled properly by this bat. So I have chosen Viper. Why? Because I am weak at spin and swing bowling. It doesn't mean that I am strong at remaining three. I am above average for slow, medium and fast bowling, but I am a poor judger and a poor batter for spin and swing bowling, either in real time or in the game in virtual life. So what I have chosen is I have chosen Viper bat, so that the probability that the opponent gives me a spin bowler or a swing bowler will be very very less. Why? Because this bat can react good for spin and swing, so my opponent will not give me this. Also, by default the system chooses slow, medium or fast bowlers. Why? Because the probability for the opponent winning will be more in these three cases with this bat. Unlike if you choose a supersonic bat, then the system auto selects a spin bowler or a slow bowler, because your bat handles medium, fast and swing bowling good. But even though my bat handles swing bowling good, I am weak at or judging the swing bowl, whether a left or a right and a correct timing. It doesn't make sense. So what tip I use generally is, as I am weak at spin and swing bowling, I generally take Viper, so that the opponent will also think like that, and also the system by default chooses slow, medium or fast bowler, because it will show that as the best match, because my bat probability of winning for these three cases is less. So overall the chances of getting spin or a swing bowler are reduced, for which I am happy. Nevertheless, if you are a perfect spin and a swing batsman, then either you can choose this bat or you can choose next 36, so that the opponent will. So if you see in the next 36, it is the only bat which is having equal capabilities in all directions. It's equally effective against all types of bowling. If you are good at all types of bowling, or if you are good at spin and swing bowling, you can choose this, so that now the opponent or the system faces a challenging situation, because your bat probability in dealing all these types of 5 types of bowling is same. So opponent will generally give spin or swing bowling only, because those are difficult when compared to slow, medium and fast bowling. So now currently I am choosing next 36, so that I can demonstrate you spin and swing bowler from the opponent, and I can show you how to win them. I can show you some tips on how to judge left or right, timing tricks, especially for spin and swing bowlers. The probability that I get a spin or a swing bowler is increased when you are using an X36 bat, because all the five types of bowlers are having equal probability. Whereas if you use some other say viper bat, in which the probability of spin and swing is very very high, so definitely the system or the opponent will try to choose a slow or a fast or a medium bowler only. Why? Because your bat does not react properly, so at least even though you judge properly, you might not win like that. So your timing judgment, the tolerance of your timing judgment will be very very less if the probability of your bat handling is very very less. See, I have got a finger spin. If your bat capabilities are good, the tolerance in the timing increases. So this bowl clearly you can find out that it is a right. So right. Why? Because there will be three types of balls coming in. One is purely right, one is purely left. This is C. Purely right you can easily judge, purely left you can easily judge, but this one just we have got is little difficult. See, right, because it is going in the right lane, right track, rightmost side, but there will be some critical balls which will be going right, but suddenly it will take a turn. See, it is also a right, no issue. We will try to catch some critical situations. This is also a right one. So if you see the left side, yellow color is the safe zone or the best zone. If you choose the yellow zone, then you will definitely it will be a 6. If you go to orange, it will be 4. If you come beyond that to the blue zone, it will be a 2 or a 3 or a 1. If your bat touches the ball, it's enough. You are sure to get at least 1 point. If your bat doesn't touch the ball, then 0. So if you see, the bowler rank is 1, but my bat rank is 9 or say 6. That's why this yellow zone width is more, as you can see in the left side vertical bar. As this is fast bowler, easily we can judge, because all you need to do is you draw a line starting from the midpoint of your wicket to the opponent wicket. If the ball is coming on the right side, then you have to press the right button. If the ball is coming on the left side of the line joining the midpoints of the two wickets, then you have to press the left button. That is a very genuine trick. See, this is a wrong direction, it will show you. So direction and timing both are important. So you can change the bowlers instead of the system selected bowler. For example, now I will give him in swing. So here the probability will also change. The probability, this bar in the middle, it's always good to have a greater probability. So this is a finger spin. So it's a good right, easily we can find it out. Sometimes some wrist spins and swings. See, it came in the right side of the midpoint joining line, but suddenly took a left turn. So the trick one should use in order to find left or right for such balls is he should wait till the ball touches the ground, and that after touching the ground it might change its momentum, it might change its direction. At that time you have to act. I am not able to show you a swing because he has given me only a spin bowler. So see, it came on the right side of the midline of the wickets, but suddenly took a turn. That you have to find out, that you have to judge. That is important, that is the crucial part, and this problem persists only for spin and swing. Generally, wrist spin means he will try to target your wickets. So be sure that you do not become out, because if you become out, you will be losing 5 points. So the tricks are, there are 5 tricks actually as a whole. For slow bowler, you wait some time before you start hitting. So once you wait sometimes, give some delay. And the second trick is, whatever bowler it is, say you are not able to hit a 6, say you got a 4 or a 3 or some number, you observe the left side bar, whether you have hit early or late. Based on that, you learn, because same bowler will be delivering you around 6 balls. For the next ball, you can easily visualize, okay, earlier at this point of time I have hit and it was a late, so now I will hit a little early. Like that, you have to use a closed loop feedback mechanism and learn ball by ball. Third tip is, for wrist spin also you should have patience. For slow bowler and for wrist spin, don't hit immediately, give a little pass, few hundreds of milliseconds of delay before you hit. So generally, in swing and outswing, I could not see the difference between in swing and outswing bowlers, because in swing bowlers are also doing some outswing balls. Outswing bowlers are also delivering some in swing balls. So, what I observed on an average after a lot of practice is, in swing and outswing generally they do 3 in swing, 3 outswing, both irrespective of in swing or outswing. Some people do 4 in swing, 2 outswing, or some bowlers do 4 outswing, 2 in swing. So there is some confusion here. So if you are not able to decide left or right, one thumb rule tip I can give is, you always hit left only. If it is not a pure right, if it is pure left, left side of the midline of the wickets joining line, you can hit left. If it is pure right, you can hit right. But if it is in the nearby, in the middle region, if it is coming and suddenly it might take a turn, if you have that doubt, you go with left, so that you will not get out. If it is going to come left and you have hit a right, then you are going to get 0, but if you become out, you are going to get -5 also. Rather than that, if you are not able to decide, if you keep hitting left, it might touch if it is a left, or it might just miss if it is a right. Because if it is a right and you press left, you are not going to become out. But if it is a left and if you hit right, then there are chances that you might get out as well. So the last trick you can use is, if you are poor at spin and swing bowlers, then better choose Viper Pat, so that the opponent will not give you spin and swing balls, whereas he will try to give you some bowler in the fast, medium and slow types of bowling. Why? Because your bat is not able to react properly for those things. Go for next 36 only if you are good at spin and swing, because slow, medium, fast, everyone will be good at mostly. If you just practice the timing, it's enough. But for spin and swing, along with timing, one more dimension is added: judging the correct direction before the ball hits the ground. And for some balls, the ball doesn't even hit the ground, it directly comes, and it takes difficulties to a higher level at that point. Do subscribe to our channel if you like the video. My next video will be on other good games available on Play Store.